It is 2 months, 2 months and a couple days following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. And I know that everyone have been wondering what's taking place in Carriacou in terms of the cleaning and rebuilding and a lot. So I remember while driving around after the hurricane, well, not even driving, walking in the first instance, there was so many debris in the road, the galvanized, the wood, lumber, everything in the road, fallen houses. And I wondered to myself, this will take maybe 6 months in the first instance. And lately what I'm seeing, I'm very much impressed about that. And today with us, we have two gentlemen who are contractors, responsible for groups in different communities who are cleaning up, and we want to say kudos to them for a great job. I want to start by saying that, and now I will allow them to introduce themselves and tell us about what's happening and why we are seeing so much quick results. Good day, gentlemen.
Good day. Good day. Good day. My name is Anthony Richard Gay Jr. and I am responsible for the Leicester, Lauriston, Cezanne area.
Cezanne?
Yes.
Where is Cezanne?
Cezanne is the lower part of the Leicester area, down on the stretch.
Ah.
Right, yeah?
So are you responsible for like Paradise Beach area?
Yes, so we're responsible for anywhere that the village of Leicester, Lauriston, anywhere the debris falls. So Paradise Beach, Lauriston Airport stretch, even this Leicester stretch go down to the where with Carriacou, so normally ends down by that side by the marina, all called Cezanne all the way down there. We're responsible for cleaning up that area. The pond, St. Louis. So wherever the village is and is allocated geographically, we are responsible for cleaning that area. So the Lauriston, Leicester area zone, that's where we are.
So you're responsible for part of the south side.
Part of the south side.
And I remember after, well, driving just like 3 days after, I mean, oh my God, I just didn't hold my head and bawl, as people say, but it was terrible.
So it's one of the most heavily impacted area.
Yes.
From Hurricane Beryl. So the area is in process at the moment, being cleaned up. But that area I am responsible for cleaning under the project Pristine. Right?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Che McDonald. I'm in charge of the area from Belvedere, Dover, top Dover, bottom Dover, Bialo, Thibault, Windward, Lapel, Gun Point. So from Crossroad, Belvedere, are responsible for the whole northern side. Right?
So I've been posting some videos. I remember when I went to Windward following the hurricane, the day after the hurricane, then them were cleaning there. And there were so many boats and the houses and everything in the road. And then from then to now, I remember driving across there last week and I'm like, wow, even one of the building close to the jetty where that fell, a car was inside there, and I realized everything was cleaned up.
Everything's clean. We right now we can say about 80% finished. We on the main road we finished. Right now we more into the interiors and we're dealing with like people who have a lot of stuff in the yard and they want assistance. So right now we're on that, but everything along the road, the main road, is already disposed and everything like that.
Okay, so you mentioned somewhere that is very passionate to me, and that is Thibault. Did you touch Thibault Cemetery as yet?
Yeah, no, we ain't touched the cemetery as yet. I mean,
I hope that is the 20% that is missing from the 80.
No, I wouldn't say that. But Thibault is not really dirty with galvanized. It's more trees.
Right.
So in that we have to get like the excavator because the JCB can't go down there because of the tires. So the excavator is the right thing to go down there. And then we have to look at the tombstones and it's full of sand. So it's very technical to do Thibault on the beach. But when it comes to the galvanized part of it, yeah, we already took out all the galvanized there. Right now, we just, as I say, we're into the interior part, dealing with people who have like the whole house lost, all the clothes, everything scattered. We assisting them and everything like that.
And as I said, you've been doing a very good job with that, but I'm going
Thank
back to my Tibo. If the excavator cannot go down there because you
No, the,
said, okay,
the
well,
JCB can go there, but
oh, the
excavator.
JCB
Yeah.
We're
cannot
working on
go
the
there.
excavator to go there.
Yeah, so
Right, but whatever going down there, I don't know much about these equipments, but I'm thinking, what about chainsaws at least to clear the passage? Because there are a lot of fallen trees there.
yeah.
We have,
And
we have,
there
we
is
have.
the tomb of former. I mean, I know that we always say we should not think about the estate owners and what they did to us, but there is former estate owner Hugh Monroe, that is his mausoleum is at the Thibault Cemetery, and some of the stones dates back to the 1800s, and I remember seeing even some of them rolling over as well. So I know that families would want to gain access to the grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just now is November 1st.
True.
People would go and light candle on the little piece of whatever that is remaining
remaining,
there.
yeah.
True, yes.
So
Yeah.
be it a trail or something, any consideration in that regard?
No, well, right now, after I would say about the next 2 weeks,
Mhm.
we will go down there with chainsaw. Remember, it's not normal wood as normal trees. It's
Manganill.
Manganill. And you have to do that like technical way, because you could get injured, you could get real hot.
Mhm.
But I could say in the next 2 weeks, yeah, the whole of Tibo should be clean.
Okay.
Right?
Mhm.
Some of the trees that fall, we will take it out with the excavator and drag it out to the truck with the SL, and the ones that is brick, we will just prune it. So we'll cut out the brick branches, but we'll leave the trees so it can spring back.
Lovely,
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
I'm just happy to hear you mention that
Yeah.
there are plans for Tibo as well.
Yeah, it's fine.
Tibo is someone that is very, very passionate.
I realize that.
Very much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
AJ,
Yes.
so tell us about your area, Paradise Beach and all the surrounding areas. What have you been up to?
Project Pristine, I stand to be corrected, but I think there are 3 ministries involved with the Project Pristine, MIT, Environment, and the Prime Minister's Office, along with the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite. So there's 4, I guess.
So for someone that do not know the meaning of MIT,
Yes, so it's the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation, and Transformation, right? So what, for example, what we see behind us is a compilation of both galvanized green waste, treating material, and rubble, concrete rubble, and so on. So metals, wood, and green waste, basically. So the idea is that we extract this material from after Hurricane Beryl. And
so you're telling me Beryl did all this?
yes, so there is. So what currently there are, I think there are like 4 or 5 sites like this across the island. Hillsborough, Plainfield, being one of the largest one. There, Andover, Harveyville, Mount Pleasant, and so we have the solid waste team managing the site.
Okay.
And when it comes to disposing of the managing the disposal of the material and managing the waste of the material. Project Pristine initially zoned the island, and we are responsible for certain zones. My zone being Zone 6, Leicester, Lauriston area, into the Harville, partially into the Harville area. We have been operating from since August 1st. The initial game plan for Project Pristine is to clean up within the 3 months period, and we are trying our best to keep that quota, But every area come along with different challenges. As I say, when it comes to like places like in Tibo, you have to use certain equipment and certain machinery to clear certain areas. So certain parts of Lauriston, you might get it cleaned properly, but when we reach a certain other part of Lauriston, we need heavier equipment, more machinery, so on, more manpower. So every zone is cut up into 2 teams. So you have 14 workers per team. So a total of 28 workers along with 2 supervisors, and as well as around 30 people employed per zone. So that's a lot of people getting being employed under the Project Pristine. And the idea is to mostly encourage people within the area to clean up while making or getting a little something for the efforts and the energy to clean up that area. So the Leicester people, they're doing the Leicester area. I mostly employ people from the Leicester area to help with the Leicester area, and Lauriston people cleaning the Lauristan's area as well. So that so we have to collect both the galvanized, zinc, metal, treated wood, and green waste, which is considered the trees, fallen trees, branches, X, Y, and Z, and so on. Yeah.
Lovely.
So that's the whole idea and a Project Pristine, and it's all managed under the Department of Grenada Solid Waste Authority, with disposal, storage, and so on. Yeah.
I know that none of y'all are responsible for Petite Martinique, but because y'all are in it, Petite Martinique, is there anything happening over there?
Yeah. Petite Martinique have their designated contractors as well. So the waste are being transported to Carriacou, and when the waste has reached a certain, I don't know if it's capacity, then the barges come in and then they transport them out every couple of weeks or whatever. Okay. So it's all, I think it's mostly based on the capacity when the storage has reached a certain point. Yeah? Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful, wonderful initiative. And I've been saying to y'all are doing a great job, and keep it up. But one thing that I observed that I would like for y'all, because I believe in your respectable zones, there are trucks that are designated to remove the debris, right?
Yes.
But sometimes when I'm driving from point A to point B, I would see a truck moving the debris, and then sometimes like wood or galvanized would fall in the road, and they would leave that and go. So that is something I want you all to remind the drivers about.
Okay.
Look back while they're driving or something.
Yeah.
Look in your mirror. I mean, you have 2 mirrors or 3 mirrors you can look in. So just glance back to see what's happening behind
So what I
you.
would say about that is, normally when we finish, normally in my zone I just drive around to make sure what we set out to do during the day, we do it. Or if I drive in and I see any piece of wood or anything like that, I will tell the truck man, hey, some stuff fall out here, you need to come back and pick it up.
Good.
Okay. And how I tackle that is I try to assign if that were a worker or 2 workers with the truck. So they are stationed, one in the front, probably one on the tray, if based on the load. So while transporting the materials, if anything fall off, they could easily just stop the truck, jump off, pick it up, put it back on the truck and so on.
Yeah. I mean, it's not quite often, but it's just something that I observe, and I meant to speak about it.
Okay.
So I am happy that you all are taking that into consideration. I know that it is a challenge. It is a lot to be done.
Yeah.
And as we often say, bit by bit, we'll get it done. And in everything, I mean, there would be challenges. It is the first time this generation, your generation, is experiencing something like this. We know that in 1955, there was Hurricane Janet. Then we had Ivan and Emily. I mean, you all didn't experience that in Carriacou. It wasn't devastating in Carriacou, but in Grenada, a lot of persons from the mainland went through that. And then now with Beryl, it's like you're never accustomed to something, and out of the blues, it just happened.
Yeah.
And we just have to work together as a team, work together for a better Carriacou and Petite Martinique and Grenada as well. Stronger together, we can get it done.
Yes.
So I could say something. So if we reach to a spot or an area where it's hard and maybe it might take more than 28 workers to do, normally what managers do is to team up.
Yeah.
And we tune together and deal with that area.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have areas. Is it in the Limle? No, Limle.
Clean Bay.
Clean Bay area. It's a very ticklish situation down there.
So that's Bialo.
Yes, Bialo. So we're planning to team up either into the following weeks and deal with that. So it's not an issue where we are completely isolated or zoned out, but we are also in communication with one another when it comes to dealing with ticklish situation. So if the problem is too much over there in my zone, I will ask another contractor or to assist me, and I'll look forward for another contractor to ask me to assist him when it comes to certain things.
So that was going to be my next question. I was going to ask about the unity in what you're doing. How is it with the workers? How is it with the various contractors? So you answered my question.
Yeah, all of us united. We united. We communicate on a daily basis, and we work together. If I might have a chainsaw that is working, and my contractor partner might chainsaw might be done, I will. I have a problem giving.
Yeah, but the other thing about Project Pristine we have to understand is that there are levels to it. So within the contractors, there are what we call the supervisors. So every team has a supervisor, and kudos to my supervisors, Dallon Bino and Ricardo James. They're holding the fort when I can't, So they mitigate the day-to-day runnings when it comes to getting in the gas for the chainsaw, running to get this for the workers. They deal with the workers' gripes and frustrations one-on-one, and what that does, they report back to me, and then we resolve as we go along. So within Project Pristine, it's not only the contractors and the workers, but there are the supervisors that middle level where they meet with the people on the ground on that level and deal with the workload themselves. So yeah.
So my supervisor is Ven Noel, and she's doing a wonderful job getting a job.
She?
Yeah, Ven. Yeah, Ven is my supervisor. And
she?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woman power.
Yeah. So one of the things is that when we had the meeting before the project started, they asked us to have female and male mixture, and I won't lie, a lot of female came out.
Yes,
a lot of female came out. Majority of my team members is female, and they've been doing a wonderful job. I can't complain.
Listen, I want to big them up as well.
Yeah.
Because the reason I was going to ask you all about uniting and what's happening is because last night, one of the persons who were cleaning in, and not your zones, I mean, I don't want to mention the person, but we were speaking about it because she's doing that as well. And she told me, girl, I enjoy this thing, what you're doing. I have never enjoyed something like that. Girl, like everybody, we just be excited, we cooking, we bring it for one another. When we come, we get the work done. And I was like, wow.
I mean,
I was like, I know that you all are walking in the butt of the sun, the hot sun. And for you to be saying, oh, you love what you're doing. I mean, there must be something there that is motivating them.
Right. So with every team, there's no challenge, there was not any challenges. But at the same time, even the team like the Lauriston team, they have been very cohesive with one another, trying and working along with one another, trying to get everything done. So currently we're located, one team is in the Leicester area, and the other team is behind the Sands Lauriston Airport, on the way up on that stretch. That's where my teams are located right now. So if anybody we are part of the Project Pristine. We are allowed to go into private property. So if somebody have any private property along that behind the Sand area or in the Lauriston, I think we're somewhere by the Model Street area there. If we have any property there that you want to get cleaned out, reach out to the supervisors. They're there from 6 in the morning, as early as 6 in the morning. Nice. Trying to beat that hot sun. Get that most work done before the hot sun kick in. And so just reach out to them or reach out to me, and then we could help you with your because we experience certain places like in the NIS area where some of the older folks, they're living up in the NIS area, they don't have that capacity or that strength to help clean out in the area, and the team did excellent work up there, helping out the folks in the residential area of the NS Hill.
I think you're the one conducting the interview because you keep jumping ahead of my question.
Okay, sorry.
Listen,
I'm
The thing
sorry.
about it, so that question good, and my next thing was going to be like, okay, how is it between you and the homeowners and the business owners in terms of the cooperation? Is it happening? And then you just started talking.
Yes, well,
You're really prepared for your interview.
yeah, okay. So sorry, but
That's okay.
It's a ticklish situation where you have people sometimes they don't want the assistant at the moment, and then others want assistance now right away. And then when you so that let's say that we're coming down a certain area and who are the top point, some people don't want the assistance and know that they need to sort out their stuff, they need to get the they know what they need to rebuild or what they need to sort it out. And when we reach to a certain area, you'll see they come back and they say, okay, we'll finish up there now. Come back and take out the stuff and so on. We have no problem with that, but is that we are moving on a straight. So we're going up a line. We're working with a plan so that, okay, if we finish a certain area, we go in the junctions along the main road and cut in between personal places and so on. So later down the line, most likely come back and help clean out and so on.
So is there a schedule as to what location you're going the following day or something like that? Or would you notify persons within the community that you're going to be there?
Right. So is this where the supervisors, they come in? So when they're cleaning a certain area, normally they will notify the homeowners because it's all in the morning. We reach there probably 6, by 6:30 already operational. So we'll let them know, okay, we're doing a project. We are here. We are trying to assist. If you need any help, so if they need any help with whatever materials removed from the property, then we help as much as possible. And that's where the Project Pristine is helping people. There are a lot of people that are alone after the Beryl hurricane. They're not able to move sheets of galvanized and lengths of 1x4 and garbage and debris. And that's where we come in as to provide that workforce to kind of clear out that area. So one of the main reasons for Project Pristine is that in case, because we are still in the peak of the hurricane season, in case there is tropical depression and next category 1, category 2, most of the waste are in one area instead of scattered to cause that moving projectile throughout the island. Yeah?
Is it like that in your area, Mr. Northern area?
Yeah, it's the same thing all over you go because they have like the Dover Heights, the High Knot, the mangroves. And those areas is not easy to tackle, because you have the swampy areas and the hill, the access to it and stuff like that. But, I think as time go by, we get in there. I have no problem when it comes to getting the job done. I mean, in my opinion, I think everything is going smoothly and stuff like that. And I think we're going to finish within 3 months.
Yeah. I think so too.
Lovely.
And also, shout out to the girls at the office. They know who they are. Yeah.
Listen, AJ,
the girls at the office at CHS, they know
that oversee us.
They make sure we get all the equipment. That make sure we get all the machinery,
So after she said that, I was going to say, well, you'll have to big up your workers.
Yes.
And then you just jumped on it.
I am sorry I jumped in front. But besides supervisors, we're talking about the
we have supervisors that represent the Prime Minister's office and island.
So that was
really?
on the ministry of Carriacou and Petite.
We stay within the line and within the time.
Yeah, so we have that kind of management in Project Pristine.
So we have managers over us that see over.
So that explains it, because me driving to different communities and seeing like 11, 12 o'clock, the workers are out, 1 o'clock, and they're working. And I'm like, during this time, people are supposed to be sitting on that tree. I mean, they're in the trees now, but people are supposed to be in a shade, sitting and whatever, and they're working. What is motivating them?
Well, it's not really motivating, but it's a structure in place where, there is responsible for the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite. They have the side clock that comes along and check and so on. And we also have the project managers staff that comes along and check and so on. So, and then they come down to contractors, supervisors, and then the workers. So in case we have situations where we need machinery, we need a certain level of machinery to do certain things. Because of the limitation in Carriacou, The project manager, along with the Prime Minister's office and the ministry, they will allocate certain machinery where associate wherever need be to help with the cleanup and so on.
So I don't know if you noticed that a boat came in this morning with a certain machinery, some JCBs, excavators,
Nope.
brand new machinery.
Yeah.
That is the project manager from Grenada that sent it up
yeah,
for
Okay.
us to work faster and get the job done, because we're also working at a time. The reason why we're trying to speed this up, the cleanup, is because the rebuilding
process.
is starting on Monday.
Oh, so before we go to the rebuilding, I just want to ask AJ
Yes.
one final question in regards to Paradise Beach. We know that Paradise Beach was voted the best Caribbean beach. I know that people normally they checking on getting a roof over their head and whatever, but there are some people who are looking for recreation as well. I mean, you're home, you're bored, you're hot, you
Yes.
want to go on the beach. I know I looked at the Hillsborough area and I realized that the beach is relatively clean.
They're relatively
But
clean.
Paradise, there is a challenge. I know that with the white space of Paradise, how many miles it covers.
Yes.
So there is Upper Paradise, there's Lower Paradise,
Paradise,
like the
the
Leicester
Fiji Bay
Bay,
area.
right? All these areas.
Yes.
I mean, what are your plans in terms
Okay,
of
so
getting it clean?
Before you answer, last week I was on the beach,
Mhm.
the Paradise, Upper Paradise Beach.
Yeah.
And he
You've
had
been on the cruise?
before the cruise, not even the cruise. We're talking about like people socializing. He had more than 100 some people there.
You see?
I was
So
there
it's
playing
important.
domino and socializing. Now, the Upper Paradise Beach is okay. You could go and bathe, you could go and socialize and stuff. It's clean, the dive out, all the dive is there. Now, the down by off the hook.
Uh-huh.
No, down there is where they're still walking on,
Yeah.
and still trying to clean.
Yeah.
To the right of,
Yeah.
so to the right of Jason, that area.
That is clean.
Yeah. So so that area, the Paradise Beach area, I think the Ministry of Tourism is coming along with MIT and along with other ministries to get a proper cleaning of the bay area when it comes to getting the galvanized out of the water, the debris out of the water. So far, we have been getting off the debris of the sand and so on. We have been helping the speedboats in the water. They have been taken off galvanized by the boatload. And I could testify to watching trucks only being done by the Leicester School. There's a driveway down there. You see it down by the Tamo area on that piece of sand right there. They have been taken galvanized by the boatload. Trucks by the boatload. Those divers, they have been working relentlessly, diving, picking up the galvanized on the Paradise Beach area, and they have been cleaning up as much as they can. When it comes to the sand, try to get the lower down to the hook area, looking to start that area in actually tomorrow, into in the week. So we work from Monday to Saturday. So
Now that you get the machinery?
so, yes, we'll get the machinery. So we'll help get that excavator to go along there and clean, pull that debris out, load the SL trucks, and get there as clean as possible. Right? Another thing is the government could do as much as they can. Whatever community groups, whatever church groups you have, whatever, you come down to the beach area. The Leicester Beach is a beautiful beach. It has widened. It has expanded itself. And I think it has more potential now than ever. And come out and help on the weekends, rake, pick up what debris you can, and over time, you will see that the true shape or the true nature of the beach will come along. But we are doing our part as contractors on our project Pristine, clean up the heavier materials, heavier debris, the wood, galvanized, fallen trees, everything like that, and to get everything done. And that's when it comes to that Paradise Beach area. So we already started to clean from the toilet area all the way down, where people are mostly recreational, and probably head up to the higher side on that curved bend peninsula by the airport entry where the planes land, and then lower down by the off the hook area.
As you say about NGOs so yeah, I was talking about NGOs and stuff like that. So yeah, any NGO you have up in the north and willing to come and work on board, we're always willing to work with people. I mean, we did some houses and some areas with Co and stuff like that. And it was good working together with them and stuff like that. And we have no problem working together. As I said, the government could only do so much. But it's our community by the end of the day. It's where we live in, it's our beaches, it's our everything. So by the end of the day, it's us as people to come together and clean. Even though the government is have this project in place and stuff like that, the faster we clean, the faster we build back.
That's right.
Right. So as you touch on building back, I want us to speak about it in its entirety. I don't know if you have a lot of information. So I think I'll end this video now and we'll do one on the rebuilding. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for viewing. We just spoke to contractors, and I mean, they're doing a brilliant job. Congratulations to everyone who's involved in this. How many workers on board?
30.
So we have 30 workers per zone.
So how many in total in all the zones?
Yeah. So we have I think 7 or 8 zones.
Right.
So we have the Mount Pleasant.
So let's say we have 235, 240.
Yeah, wrong there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
And
along with trucks, local trucks.
Okay. Four truck per zone.
Yeah.
Yes, 4
Okay.
trucks per zone.
Yeah.
So that's
Plus
so
a
much
excavator,
needed
plus a
income in the
JCB.
family
Yeah. So it's a lot of people being
employed.
Plus, we have an office up here that supervise us as contractors and stuff.
Lovely.
So a lot of people being employed.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, guys. And let's go into the second part of the interview. And you viewers, be sure to tune in for that one as well. Be sure to look at that one as well, where we talk about the rebuilding of Carriacou. Now that Carriacou is almost clean, it's time to rebuild back. Bye-bye.